So right now it's President's Day weekend, right? Very American, very patriotic. So we got Valentine's Day on President's Day weekend, which is pretty cool. Hey, I'm probably boring you, but welcome to Foolproof. Alright, so as you see behind me, I'm trying to do this new thing, and this is the whiteboard of the week. Okay. So this is the whiteboard of the week. We got a cold open, which I already did. And next on the list is improv story. So basically what that means is I'm going to have to completely improvise a story on the spot right now. Okay, so first I need a setting in the story that I'm going to improvise. Let's make it horror, like a horror story, because, you know, it kind of feels like that time of day. I don't know when you're listening to this, but for me, it's like 5:23 p.m. So anyways, let me think. So first we're going to start off with the main character. Let's make his name Rick, because I was just watching The Walking Dead. Okay, so this guy Rick is always like kind of risky. He tries to make all these cool guy stunts, but he can't always do them as good as he thought. So this one particular stunt has been haunting Rick for a while. He wants to do a snowboard double backflip into a 360 spin. He had always wanted to learn how to snowboard, but he had never done it before. So this was going to be extra risky, considering the fact that he hasn't ever snowboarded or even skated. So basically he walks up to his friend, who is like a really good skateboarder and snowboarder, and he says, "Hey, can we go out and you teach me how to snowboard?" And he said, "Yeah, of course. I just got tickets to a plane ride to Russia. So I was wondering if you want to join me to that, or if you want to do something closer, we could do it too." So Rick goes, "Okay, we could go to Russia." I mean, he had his passport, and so they end up going to Russia, right? And it's really snowy, and they go up into like this kind of remote area in the hills or in the mountains. So there had been talk of a Yeti up in those mountains, but Rick didn't really believe in all of that stuff, so he was just kind of like, whatever, I'm just going to go. So he goes up, he goes on the mountain, and so he starts to get taught how to snowboard. So when he goes up to snowboard, his friend says, "Okay, the first thing you need to make sure you have a clear path." So they made sure to clear out all the branches and twigs and all that stuff before they started snowboarding down this mountain. So they cleared everything out, and his friend goes first and kind of shows him like how to switch from one side to the other, and which way to kind of ride, like if he was goofy footed or normal. And so his friend gets down the hill and then walks back up to him, and he says, "Okay, now it's your turn." So this was kind of in a forest. So they had cleared out like a small area. And so Rick goes riding down the hill, but then he hits a bump. He goes flying into the woods and gets knocked out. When he wakes up, he's in a cave. He has no idea what's happening. He thinks that his friend just put him there and he's probably going to get some help. So he kind of like sits up and is like, I'll just stay put because my friend's probably going to come back. So the friend doesn't come back. Rick starts to get worried. He's searching around all over. But he wants to stay near the cave. When suddenly, ground starts to shake. And from the cave entrance, he sees a huge, almost humanoid kind of creature whose fur was snow white. His eyes were black as coal. And then he walked up to Rick and said one word. Run. Dun dun dun. Alright, so I don't know if you guys like that story, but I might do that every podcast. Just do a little improv story. That was completely improvised, by the way. Alright, so next up on here is movie time. So, that basically means, so right now I am creating a movie. I'm probably going to post it on my YouTube channel if I can. And I just kind of wanted to like tell you guys, because what I want to do is be a filmmaker when I grow up. So I'm going to make a movie, like just a short film, like maybe 5 minutes max. And it's pretty much only me doing it, except for my brother, who's going to be my stunt double. And then he's also going to be my sound person. And then I might get someone to record. And literally everything that we're doing is recorded on this tablet. And we have a couple special takes that are recorded on my dad's drone. And this is the microphone that I'm going to be using to record all the sound. So, yeah, that's fun. We don't really have a script, so we're just kind of winging it. But I'm going to use this editing software. I've never used it before, but it's called Lightworks. Apparently, it was used to edit Pulp Fiction. I haven't seen the movie, but I hear it's like really famous. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be really fun. So I won't bore you too much with that, but I should have it up on my channel within a week of this episode. Okay, so we got impressions now. So every week, I might do like a impression every week, and so what I'm probably gonna do is I'm just gonna open ChatGPT on here, and then I'll just say, give me a random like comedian, because comedians have like the best voices. That's why, if you didn't know, that's why most of the time comedians are the voices for like animated characters, because their voices are like recognizable. So I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT to give me a random comedian. Okay, so the comedian we got is Jim Carrey. That's actually really lucky for me, because Jim Carrey is probably my best impersonation that I've tried. So, oops, I just broke my rubber band. Yeah, whatever. All right, Jim Carrey. Let's see. What's a line from a movie? I'm going to do the Grinch one. Okay. Oh, Max. That probably wasn't very good. But actually, my better one is it's the Ace Ventura, so I'm going to try that. All righty then. Hello there. I'm Jim Carrey. I play the Grinch in The Grinch. And I play Ace Ventura in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. So that's my Jim Carrey impersonation. Let me know if that was good or not. That's like the first time I've recorded myself doing the Jim Carrey impersonation. But anyways, alrighty then. All right. Okay, next step on this fine list of Next up on this fine list of explanationaries, I think that's the word, is movie of the week. Okay, so I'm going to probably start this new thing where I do like pick one movie a week and then talk about it a little bit. Okay, so this week the movie is going to be Yesterday. If you haven't seen Yesterday, it's a Beatles movie, and essentially it's about, I don't want to give away too much, but it's about this guy, and he's the only one that remembers the Beatles, and everyone just forgets the Beatles. And so like he kind of like starts rewriting their songs, and he becomes famous for it. It's actually a really good movie, and the actor for it is a really good singer. But here, I'll find out where to watch. Yesterday. Where to watch? It's on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Netflix, and then Fandango. I feel like everything's on Fandango, but I've never heard of it. Or I have heard of it, but like everything's on Fandango for some reason, but for some reason my parents still haven't got it. But I don't think it really matters. So Yesterday, it's a really good movie. If you don't know who the Beatles are, I'm sorry. But the Beatles are an insanely good band, and they have so many good songs. They have so many songs that are like, how do you write this? My Paul McCartney impersonation's not good, but he was on one of my favorite podcasts, and they go, and he would always go, like, me and the lads were just plunking, and then the next thing you know, we have the White Album. Okay, that impersonation sucks, sorry. But I just wanted to say, like, Paul McCartney seems like a really cool guy. But if you don't know who Paul McCartney is, he's the lead singer of the Beatles, one of actually probably the best band of all time, the best artist of all time, I would actually say even. But Yesterday is really good. He sings the song Yesterday, which is a song by the Beatles, really well. You probably, if you don't know who the Beatles are, you will still know their songs. Like, even if you don't know who the artist is. Like, Yesterday, it goes, yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. And then another one of my favorite songs. Sorry, it's raining a lot right now. But one of my other favorite songs is Eleanor Rigby, and the wording on it is so weird. Like even this, I kind of like memorized most of it, but I can't sing it all. So basically, the lyrics are like super weird. So Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Yeah, so that it just like kind of proves how like weird the songs are, but they're so good. Like, their most famous one is Here Comes the Sun, and if you don't know that, you're either living under a rock or you're a newborn child. So it's here comes the sun, do 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 do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Yeah, that one's a really good one. So if you don't know who the Beatles are, it's amazing. They're amazing, and you have to check them out. I used to know some Beatles music on the guitar, but that was a long, long time ago. All right. Last and final thing. Road trip. And you see, if you're watching on YouTube, I drew a little car. But yeah. So, road trip. Oh yeah. So basically, probably about when this podcast comes out, I'm going to be going on a road trip. Out of like respect for my privacy, I'm not gonna say like where it is, but I can tell you it's in a city, and it's a pretty big city, and we're going there for my sister's soccer tournament. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have like a couple of friends who are siblings of my sister's soccer teammates. Yeah, so my sister's soccer teammates' siblings are my friends. So we're staying in like a hotel, so I get to like just mess around with my friends all weekend, and then yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like 5 hours away from us. Actually, probably more. But anyways, it's pretty far away from us, so we're going to drive, and it's going to be a long drive. But good thing my dad has a Tesla, because that means that I could keep myself entertained, and he could keep himself entertained while driving. Don't take that literally. It's probably not a good thing that it's probably not something you should do while driving. So yeah, but it's pretty cool. Where I'm going is gonna be pretty fun. I'm not sure which hotel we picked out, but I'm pretty sure the hotel has like an arcade thing, which is really cool. We just got an arcade in our mall, actually. I really want to like go there with my friends sometimes, but I don't think any of my friends would want to do something actually, there would be a couple of my friends that would want to do something like that. It's just like, I don't have any time. Like, I'm making movies, doing this podcast. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm starting a college course plus my regular homework. Yeah, so that's fun. I got a lot going on. Oh, and basketball, football, and volleyball. So yeah, free time is in the mornings and at night. So I got pretty much no free time, but that's cool. I'm going to tell you how my regular day works out. So 6 a.m., wake up, go to the gym. I come back home. I get showered, dressed for school. I go to school. When I get back from school, I usually either edit, record, or I either edit or record a podcast, or I write a script for a bigger movie that I'm working on, or I do my homework. And then after that, I gotta do volleyball practice or basketball practice, sometimes both. And then I have volleyball games during the week too. I'm glad it's not during football season right now, because football season is there's a practice every week for 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. So yeah, that's fun. But yeah, and now I'm going on a trip, road trip. But yeah, a lot's going on. It's fun. Always a way to keep myself entertained. Good thing is I'm never bored, because if you're ever bored, that just means you're not creative enough to find a way where you can't be bored. Like in The Walking Dead, in the episode I just watched, someone says, if you're bored these days, you're lucky. But I think that they're unlucky because they just got nothing to do. They got no point to do anything. So in my opinion, you always should be doing something except when you're sleeping, because that's how you reach your full potential. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do one of these whiteboard planning things every week. And yeah, so I know I say every podcast I'm gonna try to get a guest. I might have Ollie back on my podcast. That was one of my most popular episodes, so I'll probably have Ollie back on if you guys want, and if he wants to. But I think that's all I got. So I am X. This is Foolproof. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.